Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Yuumi, and we'll be facing off against the Baron Adventure from the Teamfight Adventures campaign. I just had this idea because of the fact that I got the Royal Nibbles. I figured Baron is good against boards that go wide with small units. But what about going tall on like a singular unit like Yuumi can do? So that's what we're going to be trying out today. Obviously I have the full build on and the Gale Force on Yuumi because they're both good. But I decided to try out the Royal Nibbles instead of something else because of the so many friends power, we just get to Boros at the start of the game, so we can get Yuumi down for one. And maybe that's relevant. The 2 extra men at the start of the game can serve to play another unit. Ooh. Cybernetic implants. Yeah, I'm definitely picking that up. That way our Yuumi suddenly becomes a +3/+3 buff on whatever we use it on. The extra stats the opponent's units get will probably be troublesome, but hopefully we'll be able to deal with them. Let's attach Yuumi to this one. Okay, 515. Well, fortunately, we can just do this. Oh, right. I was about to say we can do this and easily kill the opponent's unit with the with the help of the prowling projectile, but never mind. The opponent gets to heal his unit with the gem. Well, slowly and surely that thing is going down.
Grant us your guidance. We have need of you.
I am going to do what? This unit survives being pulled by the Solaris Shield Bearer, so I guess I'll do Crystal Debex there. I'm fine losing the Crystal Debex. Oh, right. Gems can act as a very large buff. So we do get setback when it comes to leveling up Yuumi. But it could be worse. The Yuumi level up is not exactly a necessity. We just need her to be around, and we just need to keep buffing up our units, and eventually we'll just have a board that's too out of reach for the opponent. Let's pull here. I can actually pull one of the arbiters off the peak in order to soften them up. Or is the damage more valuable? I think the damage is more valuable. Now the opponent gets set to wait. I have the mini-morph, and I can just... I was about to say I can do Rainbow Fish and mini-morph, but never mind. I'm going to take a bunch of damage here. I can stop myself from taking as much damage by doing this. So it's not like everything's terrible. It's mostly the impact that's a problem. If I can get some extra keywords on Yuumi, lifesteal would be great. Maybe we can get I don't know, something that extends our longevity. Tough on our Nexus would be nice. But for now, let's just take solace in the fact that we won the first game without losing too much of our health. The fact that we struggle with buffing a wide board might be a problem, especially with how tough the opponent's units are with that extra health they have. Wounded White Flame, Sheriff of Piltover. Why Sheriff of Piltover? It has no synergy with anything of what we're doing. I guess we'll pick up the Wounded White Flame. 3 mana, 3/4 with regeneration and Fury might be decent. Fiddlesticks, Warmogs on Shallow Siren, Crowstorm. Fiddlesticks is interesting. We don't really care about the discount, but we do care about the fact that we'll never have to worry about drawing Fiddlesticks itself, because the Fiddlesticks will always be in the opponent's deck. The other two cards are not really synergistic. I guess the Elusive is nice, but I'm not certain if that's the correct choice. Obviously neither of the other two are that great, either Vladimir or Pike. Require too much synergy to make work. I guess Vladimir is an interesting choice. But still, do I want to go for Fiddlesticks or do I want to reroll? Ah, let's just pick up Fiddlesticks and go with a consistent game plan. Mountain Drake and Scarred River. Let's go for the bottom path. This encounter is a bit easier to deal with. I can just play it slow until the opponent's units actually start having an attack. Then I'll pull the trigger and do something. Nice and elusive. Let's immediately buff that up.
We're off on a new adventure. In the War Mother's name.
018. That's a lot of stats. Let's attack with the Ring Poro and just pass the priority back to the opponent, see what he does. Okay. Let's scout out his end. Yeah, let's do that. And there's one power there. Can't block. Makes it easier to be more aggressive. Let's get some spells so I can give my units barrier next turn. Just in case the opponent decides to play something that has an actual attack value.
This land is ours.
Like that. Let's see what's in the box. Pix, Swole Squirrel. Ooh. If I could give Yuumi to the Swole Squirrel, that would be great. Unfortunately, I doubt we'll be able to do so. So instead, let's just do this. Buff up the unit that has the Yuumi. Prevent ourselves from taking more damage than we need to. Ooh. Can I kill the opponent this turn? I can deal 13 with the unit that has the Yuumi to start with. I can give something else elusive. That's plus 9 damage. 9 plus 14. Plus the extra 2 buffs from the... or the extra buff from the item on the Yuumi actually gets us there. Ooh. That was a bit easier than I anticipated. Quietus, Bakai Reaper, Phantom Butler. All of these are pretty bad. Let's reroll once. Ooh, Hypercraft Dragon. Let's pick it up. It's going to be a nice top end, I think. And here... do I want to cut the Crowstorm? Unfortunately, it's a bit slow, right? Like, we had a game where I thought about playing the Crowstorm because I had it in hand, but then I just ended up playing on curve instead. So let's cut it from the deck. Besides, we will not really benefit from having the extra item on the Fiddlesticks champion spell, just because playing Fiddlesticks and getting his champion spell will involve just getting through the opponent's deck, which is something we're not doing at all. Oh, right, we start with an extra mana this encounter. That means I can go Reporo Fly here. Set Yuumi to 0. Then we can just... let's buff up this Poro.
I'm ready to play, bop, and knock over some cups.
And then we can Rainbow Fish on the stickier unit. And let's just attack with the equivalent Poro. And we attack like this. Yeah, like this. The opponent will probably block, yeah, there. But I don't really care that much. These units all have regeneration, that's why I didn't even bother pulling anything with the Jubilant Poro. I'd rather have the extra damage than try to kill a unit that's not really going to die. Take 6 here from the impact. Let's set up so that next turn I can attack with a few elusives. Now we have 2 elusives and a unit that has Scout and can deal a bit of damage. Let's see if the opponent can be bothered with... nah. If he just blocks with the Scar Mother Vrina, I might be in a lot of trouble. So let's do this instead.
We're gonna find our Yordle book.
Started a kill on that.
An auspicious season.
Okay, I guess. You're killing your own unit. But you do deny a bunch of damage from the Yordle Squire.
See the Nebastian border from here.
So shiny, it's gotta be way strong.
Do this. Let's deal some damage to the opponent's Nexus. Or some more damage, I should say. Maybe I should play for a bit of board control, because I won't be able to kill the opponent in the foreseeable future. So this is probably for the best. Let's do this. here and here. Pull here. And I guess I'll pull here. It will deal 12 damage to the opponent's Nexus and get rid of one of his units. That's scary. What do I override here? One of the elusives, maybe? Nah, let's not bother with overriding one of my units. I think this is preferable. They all have a decent amount of health, so this is probably fine.
All destiny ends bleached white.
Now with the constant growth from the Yuumi, we can pull one there. I'll kill the opponent's unit.
We fight for one Freljord.
Let's quick quill here. Hope the opponent doesn't have any sort of frostbite effects, and then we kill him with the elusives. We got lucky. One more turn. If we just gave the opponent one more turn, the game would have been out of control and we would have lost. Mask Mother, the Undying, Heroic Charge. Let's pick the Mask Mother. Like it's going to be interesting to play with it. Minimorph, Bilgewater Tailstones. It can give us a rally. Let's pick up an item for the Minimorph. It's a card that's already in my deck and I don't plan on cutting it. At least not for a while. What card do I cut here? Maybe the Stone Stackers, since it's just a 2-drop with impact. Yeah, let's cut the Stone Stackers. When it comes to units that I might want to play, I already have a few that are better than it. Ooh, this is an interesting keep. I think I can afford to do so, because I'm guaranteed to get a Yuumi here. Now let's see, let's buff up the Destin Poro. Hopefully we can transform it. Okay. It plays a Cloud Drake. Unfortunately I can't kill it. Not this turn. So let's do this. We'll set up some protection for the next turn. All while killing both of the... Oh right! Scout. I was thinking, oh, I'll just attack with the Destined Poro and the Plucky Poro, and then I'll attack again with the Destined Poro and the Plucky Poro and kill both of those. But because I blundered, I killed neither. Because I forgot that's not how Scout works. Can make it work, it's fine. Let's just do this so we have some blockers for the opponent's dragons. Do this. We take 14. But next turn we can kill multiple of the opponent's units. This time I'll do things properly. I won't just blunder the fact that Scout doesn't work like that. Okay. Isn't that a little bit early to be dropping down the Elder Dragon? Sure, he still gets to be affected by all the mountain souls by me doing this. But I just didn't want the opponent to maybe have a buff for 0. I wouldn't be surprised. Let's do it like this, yeah. This is probably for the best.
Let's find a new best friend. As foretold.
I don't think the opponent can come back from this. Unless he goes for that unit that removes keywords and uses it, yep, on the Exalted Poro. Even then, my Exalted Poro, the majority of its keywords are from Yuumi, not from it. So it's actually fine. Okay. Suppose he can trade into the Chrysolibex. But I don't know how we're going to survive the upcoming turn. Actually, he might survive. He does have a lot of cards in hand. Ooh, he's really buffing up that orange swarm color. I didn't expect that.
They smell fear.
I suppose you've never thought to ask them nicely.
I want to play the Mask Mother. I'll actually play the Mask Mother without killing anything. Don't find it to be necessary. Then let's do Quick Will. This way we can kill that unit. We'll kill this unit as well. Slowly and surely, the opponent's just chipping away at our health with impact and whatnot. And he is also getting a lot of value out of his units. He has more card advantage than me. He now summons an Elder Dragon. I need blockers. He's going to kill the Exalted Poro, yep. Ooh, levels up the Elder Dragon and everything. Ooh, we're 1 off, or 2 off actually, from surviving. We died just to the impact. No, that was me blundering. I could have definitely played that better. Not killing the dragon colors at the start of the game. Messing up the timing on the transform effect on the Elder Dragon too. Caused us to take way too much damage. And that's why we lost. But fortunately we have the revive as a backup, so we're fine. Let's toss the Mask Mother back. Keep the Minimorph for the Elder Dragon. Yordle Squire for the spear. We have a pretty decent first turn actually. Just do this here. 8-6. Quick Will or Yordle Squire. Let's do Quick Will. That goes up to 7. 8 plus 7 is 15. But do I want to deal with the category now? Or do I want to Get rid of the Herald of Dragons first. I think I'm going to do Herald of Dragons first. This time I didn't mess up my attack. Next turn is going to be a problem though. The opponent's going to kill one of my units. Guaranteed. Yep. That's a bit unlucky. That's way too many mini-morphs.
Got this from a side quest.
Do I take the 10? Sure. I'll take the extra 10. Because this way I can play Yuumi on here or here. Ooh, or I can go Yuumi on the mountain goat to get a constant stream of spells that can be used to give my units barrier. I think that's the most important thing I could be doing. Pull here. Set up a potential kill there. I can do here. Let's give the goat barrier again. Just so I can safely pull here, I suppose. Then we get rid of 2 of the opponent's units. And generate another gem. Okay. We blundered for a second, but I think things are fine now. Yeah, he plays the Horned Swarm Caller. Gets rid of one of my units. Or I can give these to barrier, and if he tries to pull my mountain goat with one of his other units, he can't, because the mountain goat's going to survive. And I even generate another gem. Perfect, perfect. He has another form of direct damage or board clear. I'm screwed. But at the very least I have leveled up the Yuumi. So maybe things are fine. Okay. He plays the Elder Dragon. Let's let all of the buffs hit first. And then I mini-morph so I don't have to deal with a unit with Deathless. Oh, we're 1 damage off. It's unfortunate. Actually, we would have been able to kill the opponent if I pulled different units, right? Because they would have different health values. Ah, it's alright, I was just doing it to bait out the second Elder Dragon. There. Now I have properly removed all of the threats the opponent could conjure against me. Yeah, he doesn't even bother attacking, he knows it's over. And I did it. All we needed to do is not be an idiot and actually think about the way I was playing. Now that I think about it, I do have a backup plan against the last encounter. I can just mini-morph the Baron Nashor in case everything goes wrong and try to win from there. But I don't want to go through 900 points of health. So let's avoid doing that. Yuumi is not going to die, so last breath is useless. The extra stats are decent. Do I care about the extra stats? Or do I want a keyword? Let's pick up the extra stats and be done with it. No point wasting on my rerolls when I already have something that's decent in front of me. Ascension, last second save, Titanic Titan. Can I do better than Ascension? Maybe. Maybe. But let's pick up the Ascension anyway. Let's save the reroll for later. Obviously I'm not... Then again, actually no. I was thinking I'm not going to go for the Ocean Drake, but this is not Ocean Drake, this is the Cloud Drake. So I do actually have a choice here. Item chest, healer or rekindler. Do I want to cut cards from my deck? Honestly, our deck is fine as is. So I can go for the healer encounter. Do I have an easier time dealing with the woolly snail moth or the cloud drake? If we can stick a board, we can deal with cloud drake a bit easier, I think. So let's do cloud drake. Keep the Yuumi? Nah. Let's toss everything. Maybe keep a shallow siren. I'll get the Yuumi in my opening hand anyway. And now I can go Face Sprout, Quick Quill, Yuumi. All in the same turn. Let's do Face Sprout first. Let's pick up the picks. I'll buff up the Oro. Doesn't really matter which one. It's fine. I'll just kill the Exalted Cloudwinder. That's a strong start from the opponent. I wonder how the Ascension is going to work with the attached units. Do the units and the attached units get +3/+3 each, or do they just get only +3/+3? I wonder. Let's protect the unit that has Yuumi on it. Kind of want to level up the Yuumi. The unfortunate part is the opponent's playing a bunch of cards. A lot more cards than I am. Block here, block here. Let's try to minimize the damage there. I guess it's irrelevant which one of those two actually gets blocked. The opponent only has 3 cards in hand, so I do have a slight card advantage over him. Never mind, he's drawing more. And he's summoning more units. Let's do Shallow Siren. And let's do Tiny Spear here. I need to keep this board under control somehow. Otherwise I'll just die to the impact. Let's soften up this one. Let's read in the Yordle Squire. It sucks, but I have to do it. Less units on the board, on the opponent's board, the better. Next turn I'll leave Crystal Libex there. Give that Poro barrier. A Mountain Goat. Maybe it's time to trade in the Sinister Poro. If I find a way to do so. With the opponent's current board, doesn't seem like it's a possibility. At least he's not attacking. I didn't realize if the if the attached units got a stat buff or not. Let's just hope they did. I need to attack with all of these. Pull the highest health unit there and here. Oh, and then I can actually kill every single one of the opponent's units this turn. That's pretty good. The thing is, the opponent's consistently getting more and more cards, so he might just outvalue me because of that. He has 4 cards and a dream. Okay, he's getting rid of my unit, or trying to get rid of my unit. He actually can't. Okay, the Papercraft Dragon doesn't have the buff, so it only affects units that are actually on board, it seems. So now we know. The opponent just doesn't lose an opportunity to throw damage at my face.
Hope is on the wind. Ill winds blow.
And he really wants me to not leave this game without taking a bit more damage. Suppose he knows he's going to die next turn. So he wants to screw me. Would you look at that, we managed to level up Fiddlesticks. That's actually impressive considering the fact that we have no mill cards in this deck. Oh no, the opponent's going to draw into a way to survive here, isn't he? Yep. Oh no! The Poro had the spell shield, so maybe it's actually fine.
I've been around. Let's go again.
Actually, let's do this first. Proc the Scout. Kill that one. Let's see if we can kill the opponent this turn. I think we can. We have a bunch of damage. Yep. Combined with the elusives, we can get there. And we only lost half of our health. Maybe going for the Woolly Snail Moth encounter would have been easier. Ninja Tabi Crystal D-Backs. I suppose it's a card that's already in my deck. Rekindler, item chest. Let's pick up a safety net. We have the spare money. Back to back, Draconic Hands, Primal Strength, Ring Seek Tentacles. Ooh, Sweet Solitude is nice in this deck. A few more ways to generate barrier for my units. Back to back is interesting. It costs a lot, but it's a 2-for-1 on giving my units barrier and buffs. Tricksy Tentacles is also interesting to act as a way to discard cards from the opponent's hand and generating a card for me, but nah. It's just not good enough. Blackened Ice Dragon or Wrath Colossus. The Blackened Ice Dragon deals with my Yuumi a bit too easy. So let's forego going there. Maybe I can reroll into something good in this shop. Let's do it. We're almost at the end. Deathless on the quick will. I hope it works. Scorched Earth. Nah. Quicksand with Hero's Horn. No. Give an ally a spell shield this round and curse it with shackles. Nah. I think we're done. Let's move on. Wrath losses it is, because I think the Black and Ice Dragon is just going to be too hard with the constant removal from the Bodir. Let's reroll everything. Or toss everything back to into the deck, mulligan, or something better. This is actually decent. I can go Mountain Goat Yuumi for a constant stream of units that I can, or spells that I can use to give my units barrier.
Lead the way, Book. Wait, you've been following me?
Attack here, pull that thing. To deny the overwhelm on the opponent's units. And then I guess I can do this to chip away at the faithful wolf dog's health. I think the time and dedication is going to put in a lot of work. The fact that we now have access to constant protection is going to go a long way.
Binder shares.
The opponent's still going to chip away at my health with the overwhelm and the impact, unfortunately. It's not going to last long if things keep up going this way. I think the opponent's making a mistake in the way they're playing. They're playing so slowly, they're not developing any units at all. Okay, that's something. They saved the Iceville cultist. Now what? I can just time and dedication here. Let's Shallow Siren. Let's gem. I can actually we got lucky and hit a tech evolution on the Mountain Goat. That means I can actually do something like this. Kill the opponent's unit there. Kill that one. And then we do a bunch of damage to the opponent's nexus as well. We spent all of our gems. But considering the fact that we know most of the opponent's hand seems to be unplayable, I think we have nothing to worry about. Can you stop summoning units with overwhelm? The opponent can just pull one of my weakest units here, and he will deal a bunch of damage to my face. I want to avoid that. I don't think I can avoid that. Yep. At least I only take 3. Next turn I'm hardcasting this Papercraft Dragon just for the healing. Let's hope this doesn't throw me. Okay, it didn't. Nice. I definitely needed that healing. Otherwise I would have gone into the last encounter with significantly less health. Even if it's only 6 health, it still goes a long way. Let's hope this last reward is a good one. Ninja Tabi, Wounded White Flame, Fayhade, Quicksand. Let's pick up Ninja Tabi for the Wounded White Flame. Now for our epic item reward. Thief's Gloves on the Papercraft Dragon or on the Urdle Squire. I think the extra stats are more important on the Urdle Squire. I mean, the extra items that will translate into extra stats from the cybernetic implants. Do I want to cut a card here? Maybe the Mask Mother. Nah, it has good, a good item on it, the Dragon's Claw. So maybe I just go for the healing. Yeah, let's go for a full heal here. Our deck is not terribly inconsistent. As long as we get Yuumi at the start, we should be alright. Somewhat. Let's just hope I can grow my units out of Baron's reach. I'm keeping the Minimorph. Minimorph is going to be the backup plan in case something goes wrong. And Baron does end up proving to be too much of a problem. Let's give quick attack or the Yuumi to the quick attack unit. I'll buff up that unit with the
Where'd we end up this time, books?
with the time and dedication. Okay. Minion is an interesting choice. Can do this. I can quick will to kill that Velvet Elder. I'm going to do it. I don't see a reason not to. Might seem a bit of a waste. I think it's fine. It also works to buff up my Daring Poro. Need to avoid Baron getting too out of hand. Of course, the opponent has a way to give the Baron overwhelm. How annoying. Let's time in dedication here. Let's Crystal Evex here. Then let's hold back on what we do. Okay, he's just attacking with the Baron. That doesn't seem like too great of an option. Now the Baron takes damage from all of those units. As long as I can consistently give my units barrier, I think things will be fine. What can I do here? Let's do Face Sprout first, see if I can fish for something. The Rainbow Fish is nice. Can actually... let's do something interesting here. I'm going to level up the Yuumi.
Let's find a new best friend.
And then I think I can replace Yuumi here. To give that thing barrier. He's killing that unit, but that unit has Deathless from the Quick Will, so that's fine. You can just do this and cycle our
Bop and knock over some cookies.
or attach units to other units in order to protect my entire board from Baron Strike. Like so. Suppose I'll pull this one, because that one has Deathless, so it would be pretty pointless to try and kill it. Also, I didn't attack with the crystal D-backs because I wanted to preserve it. Let's grant 2 power, minus 2 power and vulnerable to that thing, so it doesn't become a problem once the opponent summons it. Slowly and surely the Baron is killing itself on our units. I just need to keep doing what I've been doing. Striking the enemy. Okay. Let's give barrier to the Yuumi. We're going to replace the attachment on this guy. That guy has Deathless, so he's fine.
Damn medicine.
We can give this guy the attachment for the barrier.
This is gonna sting.
Then I can block there. I would like it for Baron not to kill all of my units. Do I value my health that much? This thing is surviving anyway. Maybe I'll just do this. This thing is going to die. That thing has Deathless, that one has Deathless too. So we minimize the amount of damage we take a little bit. I think that's fine. Especially considering the amount of damage the Baron is going to take from this too. It's down to 124 health. Now all of my units get buffed up. Another Yuumi. Okay. Let's give this guy Deathless. I know for a fact the opponent must have some form of removal in hand. Okay, it chose not to play it this turn. That's good for me. I can afford to take things a bit slower then. Let's develop the Wounded White Flames. It's one of our best units. I just haven't found the opportunity to play it. Now let's work on controlling the board. Right, this thing no longer has quick attack, so it's dying this turn. Actually, I can make this work. The Crystal Ibex trades, I get the Yuumi back, but I can't play Yuumi for free again. So I suppose I'll do this. Then we kill all of these. Nah. Let's do it like this. Chip away at the opponent's health. He doesn't seem too keen on it. Okay, he blocks with the minion anyway.
Can't hold on.
Baron takes a bunch of damage from here. Let's scout his hand. Plus 1 cost there, sure. 69 health. Don't have a lot of units on the board, but it shouldn't matter. This thing's a problem. And that thing as well. I definitely need to play the Crystal D-backs here. He attacks. I guess I have to block here to minimize the damage I take. Is the Baron dying here? Doesn't seem like it. Let's do this here. I can do quick wield Yuumi. I think I'll do that. Just to get the Yuumi onto the board.
Where'd we end up this
The
time,
opponent's
Book?
Baron's going to strike all of my units yet again. Up. And now he dies next turn. That was simple. Is what I'd like to say, but I started with 60 health and now I'm down to 21 basically. So I was at a serious risk of losing that game. I still had the revive as a backup, but it was tough nonetheless. I did like the spare mana we got at the start though. That definitely feels impactful. So yeah, the Poro King's relic was a nice choice. That will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.